Old Tavius is on his way to becoming a wizened old dwarf, trying to lead his clan of shield dwarfs to reclaim their ancestral homelands. While he isn't the most social dwarf, he is certainly sturdy and willing to help his allies through tough times. He knows he isn't made for the rough and tumble of melee combat, but is more than prepared to support his team to overcome any trial. So this is Tavius Maximus, a learned dwarf. He's a sage, which gives him arcana and history proficiency. History of the dwarfs mostly, I would say. So race is a shield dwarf, giving him dwarven resilience, so it helps against poison, constitution +2, proficiency in some weapons here, dark vision, strength +2, light armor and medium armor proficiency, and a racial speed of 25 feet. His appearance is, he's getting on a bit. He's got these grey hairs, basically a slightly wrinkled face. He's a wizard. The idea here is he's going to be like a support wizard somebody has asked for. So for his cantrips, we picked up Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, a single attacking cantrip. He's not going to be pure support because that doesn't always work out. For the spells he starts off with, he's starting off with Mage Armor because that is good for him, although he will pick up and wear armor as soon as he can. Fog Cloud to support, Grease to knock enemies over potentially, Sleep to put, well, enemies to sleep, Jump for allies, Long Strider for allies. And one good thing about picking Long Strider and Jump is that we can't find them on scrolls. I'm not going to focus on scrolls too much through this build. For his skills, jumped in on Intelligence, so Investigation and Religion. And so we come to his abilities. I don't normally do this, but his intelligence isn't going to be 16 to begin with, and I'm probably not going to pick up the Warped Headband of Intellect. I'm going to leave intelligence at 14. And this has actually opened up quite a lot of other ability points. So Constitution at 16, he's going to have the best Constitution saving throw he can in character creation to help with concentration checks and get some extra hit points. The fact that he's old and grumpy, that puts his charisma down. He's not proficient in these skills. He's just gruff, tells people what to do. Got a bit of strength, a bit of dexterity, slightly nimble still. He's got good balance. And, you know, he's old, he's getting wise. This helps also with wisdom saving throws. Anyway, so let's get into it and we'll have a look at his level up choices. At level 2, he gets to pick his subclass, and we're not going to be using very many, if any, evocation spells, so Abjuration is going to be, I think, the obvious choice. As for his spells, we're going to take Featherfall as early as we can to make sure that we don't fall down to our doom. And Tasha's Hideous Laughter, though his intelligence isn't as high as it could be, so maybe it won't be as effective, but we'll see, At level 3 we get level 2 spell slots, and level 2 spells to cast. He's going to go with Enlarge Reduce, because dwarves don't have to be short, and Web to help control the battlefield. Kind of interestingly, we want any Abjuration spells to actually pick from what we've got currently in patch 9, which is a little bit sad, so he can't really help out his subclass there. At level 4 we get to pick a new cantrip, and he's just going to go with the Abjuration cantrip. He's more for support for himself there. I doubt he will use this very often. As for his level 2 spells, well, spells doesn't have to be level 2 I suppose. I'm going to pick Magic Weapon as a buff and Invisibility for more utility. One of the downsides I'm going to say now is a lot of the spells he's taking are concentration, which means he can only do one at a time. And then for his feats, he's taking Magic Initiate Cleric. He's an old dwarf, he's got knowledge of religion, he follows Moradin, and he's going to call him Moradin and get some help from him. So he's going to pick up Guidance and Resistance, which are good support cantrips to have. And for his spells, he's going to have Bless. So once per day he can do this. And he's going to go and get a certain staff that will help boost Bless, in fact. And finally at level 5 we get level 3 spells. We only get to choose 2. If he's lucky he'll find some scrolls of other ones, but he wants to pick up Haste. That's a great buff for almost anyone in the party, including himself. And he's going to pick up Counterspell, partially because it's Abjuration, and partially because it really does help the party out quite a lot. And we're trying to avoid doing damage with the wizard. And also the efficiency bonus has gone up to +3, which will help the spell save DC and attack rolls using spells. Alright, it's time to look at his items. Now, being a shield dwarf, he is very happy wearing sturdy metal, maybe dwarven designed or made armor. So he's picked himself up a helmet. He has got medium armor proficiency, so no critical hits can hit him. Nice scale mail +1. A Rider's Pride, when you heal another creature, it gains resistance against bludgeoning, piercing and slashing damage. He's not going to be healing people very much, although if he does throw a potion this would kick in. Boots of Striding, when he casts a spell that requires concentration, most of his spells, gain momentum, awesome. Athletics +1, always a nice little bonus there. While you're concentrating you cannot be pushed or knocked prone. That doesn't seem to be working in patch 9, but it'd be great if it did work. So these armors on the left are probably not going to change very much. For his weapon, he's got the Staff of Arcane Blessing, which works well with his Magic Initiate Cleric, because he's got 2 times to cast Rest to cast Rest. 2 times he can cast Bless, once per long rest. And do you know what? That's probably enough. It might be nice if he could cast it 3 times, but 2 is probably good enough. For the necklace, I couldn't decide on a single necklace. I want to point out something though. He's an Abjuration Wizard. He hasn't cast Mage Armor, so he doesn't have the Abjuration Ward, the Arcane Ward. But this here, Lesser Restoration, assuming we don't need it, cast it on whoever. And he gets his ward because this is an Abjuration spell. So at the beginning of every day, assuming nobody needs it, he's going to pass this necklace off. And again, he's going to put on a necklace kind of that suits the situation. So if they want to speak to someone who's died, they're going to use the Amulet of Lost Voices. Perhaps he wants to have a healing as a backup. Selûne's Dream, obviously a little bit dangerous because it can put people to sleep, but good for Astarion, who can't be put to sleep magically. Or if he wants to cast Protection from Evil and Good, another Abjuration spell, put on the Ever-Seeing Eye, which comes from the Hag and the Hag's Lair. He's going to go with Selûne's Dream for now. We've got Guiding Light, which provides the light cantrip for people such as Lae'zel, who decided not to be able to see in the dark at birth. Will has actually picked up the invocation that lets him see in the dark, Devil's Sight. And then Ring of Colour Spray, it's an extra spell he can cast once per battle. I love that. Once per battle. And it's a nice support spell, even. He has equipped a lie. He can't actually play it. He's going to give it a go. The power. Poor performance. Alright, it's not going to go well. Yeah, not very good. I'm assuming these characters would cover their ears if they could. And he's got a light crossbow. He's proficient with it, but he's not going to be using it, to be honest. Right. So spell selection, a lot of them do require concentration. And I'm going to go fight the Spectator here. So I'm going to get rid of Web because actually it's floating. So there's no need for that. I have actually made him learn a whole bunch of scrolls, which isn't necessarily particular for this build. Any wizard can do this, and he's not stupid. So if he can learn a spell, he will learn a spell. I don't want to put another concentration spell in. There's already more than enough. So we're going to put in Melf's Acid Arrow, perhaps, a level 2 damaging spell. Because we've already got Bless, which we can cast twice, which is concentration. Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Enlarge, Reduce, and Haste. Far more than enough to be dealing with. So yeah, I'm going to go and start this fight against the Spectator. So we're going to take on the Spectator. I've already spawned it, summoned it. I did that by kind of accidentally shooting this poor petrified drow down here. That's why it's taken 3 points of damage. And I've gone to turn-based mode, so I don't accidentally walk into the view of it. And I'm going to start off by casting Bless. This is because, you know, he is supposed to be here supporting everyone. And he's cast it on the other 3 because he's probably not going to be casting too many spell attacks. Or even just having many attack rolls.
Action, not reaction.
So we have got Mistress Blessing. Awesome. And we're going to wait until next turn before we do anything. Do you know what? Let's might as well fast jump. While we're here. We've got a 95% chance to hit High Ground, Bless, and Mistress Blessing. Is that 10 and 10? Oh, he's got Agonizing Blast. I was thinking he got 10 on 1d10, right. And he's still hiding. I'm not sure Tavius Maximus can do a huge amount. The one downside to all of his spells, I've already pointed it out, I think, is that they all require concentration. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And I can't cast much else on the Spectator right now. Grease isn't going to help because it's levitating. Now, instead of just hanging around forever, let's just, well, jump right in there. Get this thing going. I'll get Astarion to join in soon. A nice sneak attack. Very good damage there. So now it comes down to this guy. Now, since he can't do much to support right now, this is a time to attack, right? We don't have to be just casting support spells. Critical hit. Of course we get a critical hit, which is bugs at the moment, giving us maximum damage. Oh well. And this is going to be over very soon, I believe. 80% chance to hit. And since she's a battle master, let's go pushing attack. Yeah, it doesn't stand much of a chance. I'll just do one more. Ooh, it's a miss. Now she could action surge. That would win the fight. But let's actually make this battle last a little bit longer. Alright, saved and saved. Coming down to Will again. I could just destroy the Spectator. But I want to see how useful this wizard can be. Astarion. Again, a sneak attack will get rid of it, almost certainly. Let's just have him hide. And where's... I don't know, Artemis might even... No, okay. Oh, just cast second winds. Hang around. Wait for the wizards. Alright, so... What can we do? I mean, Dawn is an elf, actually. So I can't put him to sleep. If I really, really wanted to win, I could put the Spectator to sleep. Grease could help a little bit against Dawn. Although once you damage these guys, they actually become friendly. Let's cast Sleep. Sleep is always a great choice. So then you can have someone like Will. This is all well over the top because I've almost won this already. You can get critical hits from within 5 feet, so we can do 2 Eldritch Blasts. Let's do decent amounts of damage. Right, I'm going to go fight the Bulette since it's just around the corner. So to try and help with the light situation in the Underdark, I'm going to cast Light. You know, kind of trying to help support. And we're going to have Mage Hand. It's a cantrip. It's a concentration. It can provide another target on the battlefield. It can do 1 damage or push. It's not massively useful, but while not concentrating on anything else, I'd say it's worth having it out.
Light on my feet.
Alright, I'm going to summon the Bulette. Oh, here we go. So everybody got knocked down. It's pretty sad. A bit sad we don't actually get to see the throws, like the dexterity saving throws, or strength saving throws here. Just going to think about my spells here. The Bulette doesn't have enough intelligence to actually understand Tasha's Hideous Laughter, so we can get rid of that one. So I cast Bless already. It showed you actually Bless is always a good choice. So in fact, I'm going to choose Magic Weapon instead. Not necessarily the best choice, but it's going to help a bit. Since we know we're coming up against Bulette, and we're not actually in combat yet, Blade Warder's a good choice. The others can't do anything. So we'll end the turn. Boom. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. It's decided to go down there. Oh, and I'm not hiding anymore. Right, I was going to hide and then cast Magic Weapon on Lae'zel. Can't do that anymore. Just going to spread out a bit. Not going to start causing any damage yet. Yeah, you'll do that. Right, it'll jump up. Oh no, it won't. Very much assumed it would jump up. So if it's not going to do that, get as close as we can. Still not going to be able to reach. So now Lae'zel's going to spend some of her movement to come up to here. There we are. Cool, right. Instead of jumping down and taking damage, she will just use Mr. Step. I'm going to try a trip attack. 60% chance to hit, not great. It's 55% without Magic Weapon, but also does a tiny bit of extra damage. It kind of helps. And she's already got a +1 weapon, right? So it's actually kind of +2 weapon now. Now I've knocked it prone. Let's just see. That Magic Weapon didn't really help there, because we rolled very high. What a 19. Now since it's prone, we will get advantage on attacks against it now. So let's go kind of all in on this. Best we can. So he's pretty much done. He's used up his action and bonus action. Just gonna wait over here. I don't know if it's gonna just jump up and knock everyone around. We'll see. Oh, okay. Awesome. You know what? That's probably a bit too easy. I'm gonna go down into Grimforge and start taking on some of the Duergar. So we're gonna take on the Duergar and Mirthis. I hate this person. They are they're a tosser, right? I'm gonna go that far. Because what do? They stand, if you start a fight down here, they stand up here and start shooting down from above, taking ages to get to you. If you come down into this section down here, stands just here and shoots down. It takes bloody ages to come up to him. So I'm going to start up here, take on Mirthis. Oh, I hate this person. Right. So I've gone into turn-based mode. I have cast Longstrider on Lae'zel already, trying to support her, make sure she can run up to Mirthis and slap them in the face. I'm taking a lot of level 1 spells here. I've tried to reduce the number of concentration spells. I'm probably going to cast Haste at some point. Still got Grease because I like the fact that it's non-concentration. Tasha's Hideous Laughter and Web for control to support. And do you know what? Sometimes the best support is just killing enemies. So I've taken an offensive leveled spell, being Chromatic Orb. I've still got a cast of Bless, I've still got Colour Spray, still got all my cantrips. And yeah, Lae'zel's going to start this off.
You attacked someone.
Yeah, we're going
Only the
to
guard.
start going through this. Now, one thing about this fight is if you are standing up here, the enemies can basically shoot through the floor. So although it's kind of a good thing to start up here and funnel them all up, I've found that they kind of start crowding around down below and this causes problems. Alright, Tavius Maximus gets to go first. So I don't know if they're going to come up this iron ladder or down through under the tunnel, standing exactly here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cast Grease just at the top here, so that if they come up the ladder, there's a decent chance they're going to waste a turn. Alright, they didn't fall down, that's fine. And I'm going to stand away from the bridge because they can shoot up. So we want to be out of line of sight.
Best be on my way.
And Mirthus. Now, I've got Counterspell. I hate Mirthus enough that I'm actually going to use Counterspell here. Normally I probably wouldn't, but... Sorry, Mirthus. And I get my Arcane Ward for casting it. Replenishing it. So we're going to take down Mirthus. Right. Come on, come on. Right, job done. I'd be happy to say that I can finish the video now, but I do need to show off the support. The support wizard, right. Alright, Dra's going to be the first problem. They're going to shoot from above. Since I'm not concentrating right now, I'm going to leave the mage hand up there, because it will attract some attention.
With haste.
Let's see what they do. They're going to take a while. There might be some dashes, might even be some invisibility. Action surge probably from Sergeant Print. There we are. Boom. Is she going to come up? Yeah, she's coming up here. Right, there's a good chance she's going to fall over. We'll do that. Alright, well, we've used her action surge up, which can be quite dangerous, to be honest. Which way they're going to go? Right, up. So apparently it was closer, probably because of these two. You going to fall over? Yes, you are. Right. Turn wasted. And next turn, they can't even move as far either. I want the grease, so I'm going to cast Red Frost. Okay, it missed. He's slightly in harm's way now. Alright, you going to fall over? Nope, but you're not going to do anything either with your turn.
Delicious.
Come on. Nice. Now, shooting her might have been an okay idea, but I actually want to gather around down here. My masters have to go next. General tip for this fight. Oh, because of that. And thankfully, usually if I do a bit of damage, I think they come out of it. Let's just double check. Mind Mastery ends after the attack or when hit. So I wonder if we've got anything in our inventory that will actually do guaranteed damage. It seems not. All of the spike bulbs and void bulbs are in Tavius Maximus's inventory. So... Alright, well... That could have been a lot worse, to be honest. Alright, yeah, get in the way. Might attract some attention. Alright, so she's going to start wading away. 80% chance. Brilliant. Hunger of Hadar. Right in the way, so they have to walk through it if they're going to come this way. Doesn't do anything quite yet, but we're going to make it even better. Use grease again one more time. So as they come through, they're slowed, they can be knocked prone, they're going to be inside Hunger of Hadar for quite some time. Taking some damage, slowed, raging, that's not going to do a huge amount right now. Mage, oh, cast Poison Spray on Mage, perfect, absolutely perfect. I don't care if the Mage Hand goes, it's used up for action, and it didn't cast anyway. It's almost worth just standing here and leaving Thud inside Hunger of Hadar. In fact, what I'll do instead, because we should have advantage against him since he's inside it. 84% pushing attack, knock him back. Potentially. Didn't work. Oh well. She took damage because she started inside there. She's going to be very slow. She shouldn't be able to see through it. Oh, she can see through it, but she took 8 damage because she ended her turn there. Right, I should not have left Lae'zel up front. Should have put her around the back. Back to this guy. He's not concentrating on anything. I think it might be time for a haste. Or bless. Oh, so many good choices here now. Right. Gonna haste Will because he can knock people back. Oh, look at that. Took 11 damage from being inside. And is he going to be able to get through? Might be able to jump. He's used up a lot of movement. No. Ends in there. So this Grease in her Hunger of Hadar is going to keep all the ones down below at bay. We hate my masters. Oh, falling prone because of the Grease up top. That's really helped. And again, the Grease here's screwed them over. Right. Sergeant Thrin is actually quite dangerous up there. Importantly, he does not, or cannot, should not lose concentration. So, what we can do, level 2 sleep. We'll put Sergeant Thrin to sleep. And she goes next, she completely loses her turn. Grease will probably keep him down there. Slow, slow, slow. They can't do anything against that combination, right. And back out the other side. Because of the support from the wizard, we get loads of attacks. We're never going to make it here. Lovely defensible position, essentially. Alright, 80% chance to hit. Perfect. This is what we need. This is what we want. Going to attack first. And then push attack off, just in case. Go on. We're just going to cast a Blade Ward. Let them come to us. Ooh, Stoneguard Kerr, what are you going to do? There we are. Yeah, it's shooting through solid rock, like I said. Ridiculous. Done! Right. Perfect. Look at that, barely took any damage. The Grease down here and the Grease up here really, really helped the party out. The haste meant Will could just basically just go pew pew pew, shoot out all those Eldritch Blasts. Right, let me know what you think of the wizard. One thing to be careful of, to keep into consideration, is because the intelligence is only 14, don't get to know a huge number of spells. You really do have to be changing spells around. I never actually ended up using Web. It's a bit of a shame, but it is a very good control spell. Thank you to everyone who's been watching. Thank you to the lurkers. Thank you to all the commenters and members of my channel. If you've made it this far, please do consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.